Greetings, this is Shawana May on Feeling On Me. I told you guys I do videos on everything. So I'm doing a hack on my side wheel curb burns, curb rash. I used to run over curbs a lot, and I have really good tires on my car. And I took it to the shop yesterday because a friend of mine was like scaring me out of my wits about driving on my tires. I do plan on getting new tires, and don't try this at home if you are afraid to do this. So I recommend this only for me. I'm not saying it's a permanent fix. So this is not something I recommend. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing personally. And so far it seems to be working. So I did some research on sealants. You don't want to use super glue on your sidewall tire because when super glue dries, it dries really hard and brittle, and it cracks over time. It starts to crack. And I'm imagining the residue of that would affect whatever is on the inside of your tires. So I'm going to turn this around. I did find this particular product. It's called Permatex Black Adhesive Sealant. It's a silicone sealant, so it's rubber, and it dries really well. I did some research. This stuff dries so well that when you put rubber to rubber in between, and you put this in between the two pieces of rubber, and you pull them apart, the rubber tears. It really bonds tight. So I will try to find the videos that I watched and put them in the description below. But I'm going to turn this around and show you guys what I am doing here, if it'll allow me to turn this around, which maybe it won't. Here, I'm just going to do it this way. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's my tire. That's a real deep one. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need the sealant, the Permatex Black Adhesive Sealant Silicone. Permatex makes a few. The other one that I would recommend from research that I've done is the one in the gray tube, but I got this one. So you're going to need that. You're going to need some rubbing alcohol to clean the surface of your tire. You're going to need a paper towel, which I used mine already, a cloth, a skewer. This is a skewer. Some double-sided mounting tape patches. You get these at the 99-cent store. And the adhesive, I got this at Walmart. It was like $3.99. Okay. And it comes in a package that looks like this. And you're going to need some duct tape. And some scissors. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and show you guys the one that I already did. So this is the one that I did last night, right here. And then I came back this morning and put some sealant on top of it after I did what I'm getting ready to show you now. So this is the area where my sidewall tire was separated, and you could see down to the threads inside, but no bulging. So this is not recommended if your tire is bulging on the inside. Then you're gonna really need to get new tires. So I went to the tire shop yesterday, and I asked the man. He came out and looked at my tires. He said they were bad, but he said I could still drive on them. My friend was trying to freak me out, like I was gonna like blow up my tires and ruin my car, like if I ever drove it again. And I'm like, well, all my tires have really good treads on them, and I'm really not trying to buy brand new tires right now. But I do plan on buying tires. I have some tires in my cart on Amazon, which is a great place to buy tires, good tires. But I may not buy them for a few more weeks or a couple more months. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't in that great a danger. The gentleman at the tire store told me that I do need to replace them, but I still have a little time because I have good treads on the inside of the tires, not the wall of the tires. They still have really good tread, and because the holes on the side aren't bulging, there's no bulge. You could see down to the thread. He said as long as I don't like bump into a tire or bump into a sidewalk with my tire in those same spots, I'd be okay. But I do need to start planning on getting new tires. So I'm gonna try to make these tires last at least another 6 months. So that's my goal here. He said as long as they're not bulging, I should be okay. He didn't tell me to patch them, so they're not going to tell you to patch your tires because they want you to get brand new tires, and they tell you that there's nothing you could do if there's sidewall injury to your tires. So I went on YouTube, I did some research on sealants, and at first I was going to buy super glue and then use that and a rubber cement glue on top of it. But then the more research I did, the more I found out that super glue is not good for sidewall tire injuries because, like I said, it dries, and when it dries very brittle and it cracks, and so it would eventually crack. And I'm sure the chemicals in that process would like make the inside of my tires more brittle. Well, so the threads inside would probably get more brittle because they're actually like steel threads. So that type of chemical would probably make them weaker. So I was looking for something that was a sealant, that was a rubber sealant. I don't know if you guys can see in there. I wish I could turn this around. So after you start the video, it's like you can't turn it around. Let me see if I can turn this around.